Hi everyone, my name is Miss Watts and I'm going to be your instructor for these next few lessons. So we are going to be focusing on writing. First off, I want you to take a moment and think about why we write. When you sit down and write something, what is it? Just take a moment and think about that. Alright, I think that's long enough. I have already compiled a list of just a few things that I know I typically tend to write within my day. A grocery list, letters, text messages, Facebook posts, academic essays, probably one that you're more familiar with as a form of writing. But yes, all of these do count as writing. I want you to consider the different ways in which you write when using these different mediums to communicate. For example, would you write a grocery list the same way that you would write a text message? Probably not, unless you're texting a grocery list to someone. Or what about a Facebook post? Would you write a Facebook post the same way that you would write an academic paper? I don't think so. So when writing, we communicate, and that is the purpose behind it. But the ways in which we communicate are different, meaning that the ways that we write will all be different as well. So now that we've had a moment to talk about all the different mediums of writing, I'm going to go ahead and let you know which one we're going to be focusing on, which is going to be an academic essay. It's a little more difficult than the Facebook post, but it's very beneficial for you to know and understand. So for this course, we're going to be focusing on writing an article about a topic of your choice. The website that we're going to be using to conduct our research and to get some ideas is voicesofyouth.org. Let me go ahead and sign out here. Now, I do want you to go on here and make your own account. So that's fairly simple to do, and again, voicesofyouth.org. If you do voicesofyouth.com, then it's going to send you to an insurance website. So remember, it's .org, it's an organization. So when making an account, you simply create a username. Mine was Miss Watts. Type in your email. Choose a display name. It doesn't have to be the same as your username, but I think it would be easier if you made both of them the same, and then it'll be a lot easier for you to remember. Type in your password again, and then, of course, got to do the CAPTCHA. I think this one is 35, and you click register. Now, I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign into mine. And the reason that we are making our own account is because by the end of this, you will be creating your own post, and you'll be publishing it to the internet. I know, it's a little scary, but you'll do fine. But before we begin that, I want you to really think about what you're interested in. Now, this website has a list of topics that you can scroll through, and here it's listed as human rights, poverty and hunger, education, environment, health, HIV/AIDS, violence, war, and conflict. So we're just going to go ahead and click on human rights. Now, feel free to browse all of their topics. Take your time, read through the articles. When you're reading through these articles, I want you to really pay attention to the voice that's being used. How are the authors communicating their idea? What type of language are they using? Are they speaking formally or informally? Please excuse that ad. You can even click on tags. Here we have human rights, and that'll take you to some articles that are a little more specific to your interest. All past post tagged with human rights. Pretty simple to understand. Like I said, read more. You can even see when it was last posted. Here you can see it was posted about a year ago. This is the author. You can view their profile and even read their other posts if you're interested in their writing. As I said, take your time reading through these. Really pay attention. And remember, you're going to be creating a post and posting it to this website. So when you choose a topic, make sure that it follows any one of these. All right. So for your homework, I want you to choose a specific article. Again, it can be either one of these topics. and I want you to read through it fully and annotate it. Again, pay attention to language used. Pay attention to how they're communicating, thesis statements. Really, I want you to try to go through there and find a thesis statement, because for our next lesson, that's what we're going to be focusing on. And so the more examples of thesis statements that you have, the easier it'll be. But if you can't find any, that's fine, because as I said, the next lesson we will be covering thesis statements. So to conclude, writing is just about anything. But for our lesson, we will be focusing on academic writing. Choose any of these topics, read through everything, take your time, choose something that you're interested in, and eventually we're going to do some research and you're going to be creating a post and posting it. All right, tune in next week.